To RFC news, we're here of course to react to Rangers 0, St Mirren 2. Now again, I always usually forget this. I'm going to dig into this Rangers team in a moment and speak about the manager and all of these kind of things momentarily, but I just want to say first and foremost, well done to St Mirren. Easy, absolutely easy for St Mirren at Ibrox, our home. Our home, remember guys, our home. St Mirren, yeah, well done to St Mirren. But from a Rangers performance, absolutely embarrassing. Another embarrassing performance. This manager is done, completely done. Done and dusted. Should have been out the door by after Queen's Park, but of course with the exciting news that has emerged this week, we all know the reason as to why the button hasn't been pressed just yet with regard to Philippe Clement. So let's be patient. Let's wait. We're not going to win anything this season. Celtic dropped points earlier on today, lose 2-1 to Hibernian. And then, of course, this was a chance to close the gap to 10 points. This team don't win under pressure. Whilst the league title was over, well over, definitely over. But you're not a supporter of football, are you? If you don't get a little bit optimistic at your title rivals dropping points and thinking maybe, just maybe, if we win 2 Old Firm games, or win every single game, maybe they might drop some more points along the way and maybe we could sneak in. Look, it's the optimism, right? It was never going to happen, especially with this crappy team. But I just didn't think. I honestly didn't think we could sink this low. I didn't think we could sink this low. Well, I did, but fucking Queen's Park for God's sake. But I didn't think that we'd fight back. We'd be back at Ibrox, maybe looking to try and go in there. You know, fans up for it, of course, with the news this week. And I thought we'd be up for it. I thought we'd be up for winning a home game against St Mirren. No disrespect to St Mirren, and again, give them their due. Fantastic. Well done. Very, very good. But it was easy for them. We are a disgrace. And again, I'm not just going to fire at the manager constantly. Yeah, he's a massive problem. He's clueless. There's no strategy. No game plan whatsoever with regard to it. It's horrific to watch. A Philippe Clement team. It's horrific to watch. But the players don't do it. The players don't get any pass marks. They were horrible as well. They were absolutely horrible as well. So the sooner we have to wait until we get this fraud out the football club in terms of Philippe Clement, but a few of them players should be following him out the door as well. They were appalling. And again, they were absolutely appalling. It was abysmal. And St Mirren were a side that we won. We weren't more hungrier, more wanted it, way more than us. And it's just absolutely unacceptable. The players are no longer playing for Philippe Clement and this Rangers side. They think the season's all over. A lot of them probably just focusing on the Europa League. And the season is over. It is over. I know it's over. But regardless, if any of these players had something about them, you know, the chance to close the gap to 10 points, you'd have bit your hand off it. You know, there's losers amongst that team. You know, 10 points. It would have been 10 points today. And again, I'm fairly optimistic. I know it's never ever going to happen. But again, it just shows the character that these individuals can't get themselves up to try and close the gap down to 10 points. With 2 Old Firm games left remaining. At a home match at Ibrox. Disgraceful. But the manager himself, he's got to go. There's no forgiving. You know, I was already on the Philippe Clement out train in October. He did kind of con me a little bit with regard to performances in Europe, and I was sort of second guessing myself whether I thought that was the right decision. However, look, since Queen's Park, there is no going back from it. Rangers manager does not lose to a championship side, a team that's below them, especially at home at Ibrox. That just can't happen. That was a sackable offence in itself. But the absolute disaster of the season that it has been, the amount of points that we've dropped against the shit within the division, again, Celtic ain't been the problem. Never ever been the problem. We're 1 each with Celtic at the moment in terms of matches. Our poor form is from the other results, and Celtic will be absolutely laughing after that. Absolutely laughing after that, because quite frankly, you couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make it up. They went to Hibs, lost, and we follow up at a home game against St Mirren at Ibrox and lose 2-0. Well beat, but that's what Clement serves up, guys. Dull, slow, and absolute crappy football. So yeah, that's it. In terms of the rant, just abysmal. Absolutely abysmal all around. Players were absolute dog as well, and they've got to shoulder some of the blame. I don't want to see some of these players next season at the football club either. So, absolute dog. I'm not going to piss and moan about the game. I'm just going to be patient. I'm just going to be patient. We know what's around the corner. We know why Philippe Clement hasn't been sacked just yet. And you just got to trust the process. And I'm freaking hoping so that this thing gets, this takeover actually happens now. And we can have a fresh start, a complete fresh start come the end of the season. You know, the Athletic have now reported that the 49ers are going to be taking a 51% stake in the football club, which is fantastic to see. We're also going to be seeing, of course, probably Philippe Clement going out the door, because I don't think they're going to be looking at as a professional businessman and heading up a new football operation and heading up a new era at Rangers with him in charge, because he's absolutely crap. He's absolutely dog shit. And to be fair, out of many Rangers managers that I've seen in my lifetime, he's had more than enough chances. Absolutely abysmal. You don't lose your home games as a Rangers manager. You don't lose your home games against the sort of bottom of the leagues, teams like St. Mirren. And no disrespect to them. If there's St. Mirren fans tuning in, congratulations. Genuinely, really, really well played today. Absolutely, thoroughly deserved it. Genuinely, absolutely deserved the victory. But from a Rangers perspective, you don't lose this many home games. You don't lose and draw and fail to win against some of the teams that we're playing within the division. It just cannot happen. And especially Queen's Park, that was the final nail in the coffin. But we'll have to wait, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to wait now with regard to us, of course, getting a new coach. We know what's the processes in play. We're waiting for the takeover to happen. Season's done anyway. Season's completely done and dusted, regardless. I sometimes do think maybe we should go get Giovanni Van Bronckhorst in as an interim manager just for the Europa League, just to see if we can go on a bit of a run. Why not? He's seemingly available at this moment in time. I don't think he would take the job, mind you, but I think we should get Clement out and give Giovanni a big pay packet and just say, look, whatever you do, don't worry about the league. Just fucking concentrate on Europe. Steer us to the end of the season. That's what you got to do. Try and do what you did in 2022. Really, really good against European opposition, and that's what I'd be doing as the Rangers board. Just an interim manager in, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, to steer us through the Europa League and just hope for the best and see what we can kind of do with that competition. But Philippe Clement is an absolute disaster, and the writing is definitely on the wall. Let's take some reaction from the game, guys. Do let me know your thoughts on this one down there in the comments. It's just getting laughable at this point. Bonkers, eh? Bonkers. Malky, you saved yourself 90 minutes. 90 minutes I'm not going to get back. In fact, because of the stoppage time, it's probably, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a game that are going to be getting back. I can't even be arsed talking about it. I mean, the referee had a shocking decision with regard to the red card, but that, of course, got overturned. But regardless of it, it was shocking. It was absolutely shocking. And Clement's done. He's absolutely done and dusted. He's done and dusted. If they want to make money, it won't happen having Phil in charge. Phil ain't staying. Phil's gone, mate. Money ain't going to be a problem come the summer when we get taken over. So I'm touching wood. My hopes and prayers now remain for the rest of the season is just on this takeover stuff. I couldn't give a rat's ass about anything else. I mean, I do care about the Europa League, but we ain't going to win now, are we? We're going to go straight out to Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce because this team are absolutely shocking. Ibrox is not even a fortress anymore. I was like, at least before, you were like, right, With regard to the games, by the way, with regard to the games away from home, genuinely, I felt, actually we could play the games. We could genuinely, away from home, we're shocking. But at Ibrox, I felt, we could beat any team, and that's the strong point. But we're losing to Queen's Park, and we're losing to St. Mirren now at Ibrox. It's getting beyond embarrassing. Absolutely getting beyond embarrassing. We are pish poor, we are making that lot who are average look like world beaters. Only ourselves to blame. There's not much difference between us and Celtic. As I said, it's 1-1. In terms of the Old Firm games, one of the games, of course, in the cup competition where we lost on penalties. There's nothing between the two teams. Yes, they do have more qualities. I'm not that deluded to think that they aren't better in terms of player for player, but it isn't the problem. That isn't the problem. Celtic ain't the problem this season. It's the other teams within the division. It's just the manager needs to go, not suit for Scottish football, can't beat the teams in front of him across the division. It's absolute mess. And to be fair, a lot of those players just ain't got the cojones to play for Glasgow Rangers. So again, some of them I want out as well. But let's just be positive. Let's just going to see what's going to be happening over the next couple of days, weeks, months with regard to the 49ers, and we'll take it from there. Diana, I mean, I have an obligation to read out donations. So Dan McGill, $2, says, here's a donation worth more than your club. Well, if you're looking at how much the 49ers are buying our club, mate, you'll see that the valuation is well intact. And guess who's going to be the richest club in Scotland? Here we go. And you can call us feeder club all you want to Leeds. It's not going to happen. That's not going to be the case in terms of a feeder club, because this is what I was saying to my Celtic fan friends the other day. If you want to talk about feeder clubs, RB Salzburg are a feeder club to RB Leipzig. Apparently not. None of RB Salzburg's players necessarily always go to RB Leipzig. But what did RB Salzburg get as being a feeder club? Oh, 10 straight Austrian Bundesliga titles, countless cups and trophies, and what else do they get? Champions League football every single year, going far, qualifying into the last 16, going far in the Europa League, all of these kind of things. So if we're going to get an RB Salzburg sort of lifestyle in terms of being a feeder club, so what? Bring it on. At least it will mean trophies for us supporters, and the richest club, of course, in Scotland. Back to where we will be. In terms of other comments saying about feeder club to Leeds and all of these kind of things, Celtic are already a feeder club. Everybody's a feeder club if you think about it. Think about this, right? Brighton and Brentford. Celtic are a feeder club to them. You know, you sell all your best players to them. So it is what it is, eh? Is it? Ah, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, shit. Every Rangers player in the team should be embarrassed, but they are not, as it is the same shit every week, week in and week out. Lost the dressing room months ago, but the players should still want to win. Absolutely. No excuses to losing to St. Mirren. No disrespect to St. Mirren. And again, I'll give them their due today. Absolutely deserved it. Fantastic from them. Hungry. Absolutely hungry. Deserved the victory. Well done to St. Mirren. But there's no getting away with this. This abysmal home form now, and it was away form that we were talking about. But the games we're losing at Ibrox right now are absolutely diabolical. Genuinely. It really, really is. It's horrible. Joel says, I knew as Celtic lost, there was no way we were winning today. Listen. I genuinely didn't think that. I thought the opposite to you. I was sitting there going, 10 points, 10 points closed, maybe 2 or further games, maybe what? I'm deluded. I'm constantly deluded because I just didn't think we were going to lose to St. Mirren at home. You know, I always think of the away games and go, that could be a problem for us today. But home games, I don't know, I just have a default setting in my head. No matter how bad Rangers get, we never lose home games. Well, we shouldn't be losing home games against other sides within the Scottish division. You know, away games happen. You know, you go Easter Road, you go to freaking Rugby Park, you go to all these places. You sometimes lose. You get caught off, blah, 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 blah. But with regard to home games, no, it can't be happening. Not at Glasgow Rangers. No way. Absolutely not. Hey, Kevin. Chill, bro, chill. Say richest club in Scotland soon, mate. You'll know your place very, very soon. It's all about being patient, Kevin. It's all about being patient. It's sitting and waiting through, you know. Couple months' time, mate, this will all be a bad memory, and we'll see what's going to be happening in the future for Rangers. Let's see what happens. All right, anyway, guys, I'm going to go, but just be patient. Rangers fans, just be patient. You know, if what we've got on the horizon is the 49ers taking over, take the short-term pain for the long-term gain. It's just going to be a couple more miserable couple of months with Philippe Clement, but let's see where we get and going into next season. Exciting times. Just look at the takeover. Keep excited with the takeover. Let's just fucking hope it doesn't break down. Otherwise, I will be thinking about jumping off that balcony in a minute. That was a joke, by the way. So don't come after me for my well-being. It was a joke. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below.